We did it. We made it through the crazy straps, and I didn't have an aneurysm. So all things said and done, I'm very proud of it. Like I had mentioned in the other video, I wish I would have used an inch wide fold over elastic. That would have been a lot more helpful. So definitely in the future, that is something I need to make sure to do. But with that said, I still am not hating it. I love it. It's great. There's a couple of parts where I'm like, meh, if I wear my hair down, nobody will know. And then just another quick announcement. If you didn't see it in the end of the last video, because I know the last video was quite long, I know I had mentioned in our Facebook group that I am trying to go towards edited videos in our YouTube channel. And that is still my goal. I am hoping here pretty soon that we will be able to start doing pared down edited versions of our sew-alongs instead of kind of like live sew with me type sew-alongs. If you do prefer these live sew with me type sew-alongs, I will still have those videos in our Facebook group. And if I get enough feedback like, oh no, I really like those, we'll switch it back over here as well. I was hoping to do it with our last sew-along, the Valley Knit, Sinclair Valley Knit skater dress. And that's kind of why they were so late getting put up, because I was attempting to edit them. And just between that week, I had so many crazy deadlines I had to meet. And I think I had like 8 or 9 sewing deadlines, like between strike fabrics and testers and sew along and so many things. I just had so many things going on that I wasn't able to give it the full amount of time that I wanted to. So the program and I were kind of fighting, and I was like, I don't have time for this. But I am trying to go to these edited videos. It's just going to take me a little bit because I am technology challenged. So I just need to figure out the workings of it. And I'm also going to be trying to work on putting chapter marks in them so that if you're looking for a specific part of the project, you can find it easier. So please hang in there with me. I promise I'm trying to get it. This is my first time ever doing anything for YouTube. But I'm excited. I'm loving learning the new things and new techniques, and I'm loving seeing that people are loving it. So thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. It makes me know that people are enjoying it and seeing it, and that means a lot to me. Otherwise, I'm just doing it here by myself. So I'm really glad that y'all seem to be enjoying it as much as I am. Okay, with that being said, yesterday was crazy because we were doing the straps and I was stressed about the straps, so it took us a little longer than I would have liked, but I actually really like the way the straps are put on. Fold over elastic and I just did not get along on this one, but in general, the overall look is really nice because you get this nice crisp edge to your front, and then the back is perfect. So I do like the technique of it. It just was not, I think having the 1 inch would have been spot on. Okay, so if you are doing if you are attaching a top portion to your Calista with me, we are going to do that first. We're going to put together our top, and then we will be attaching it to the Calista and then attaching the elastic. So that's how the instructions have us do it. So that's how we will do it. All right, I've got too many petals here. And let's add in this video. Okay, so first things first, what we need to do is we need to take our top pieces and put them right sides together. So this shorter, the smaller edge goes on top. That's going to be our waist, and then the bottom will be our skirted part. And what we need to do is just match up those corners, make sure the raw edges are lined up, and we're just going to sew down both sides. So we've got right sides together. We're just going to sew right along this edge here using a 1/2 inch seam allowance. If you're using a regular sewing machine, lightning stitch, zigzag stitch, triple stretch stitch. I prefer the lightning stitch with this. I know I said that last time with the elastic, but I really do prefer it when I'm doing fabric. So 1/2 inch seam allowance, just making sure those raw edges are nice and lined up. I know it's loud, I'm sorry. Okay, and then same thing for our other side. All right. Now, what we need to do, I'm just going to check the instructions again really quick. Okay, yeah, I was right. We need to put our bra and our skirt or shirt portion right sides together. So I'm actually going to have my skirt right sides out, and I'm going to turn my bra in wrong sides out. And then I'm just going to quarter it. So we're going to line up those seams and find the quarter points on either end of that fold. See, I would have thought that we would have added the elastic to the bra and then added it, but thinking about it, I think this is, I understand why that's done this way. Okay, and then we're just going to find our other quarter point, which is slightly off of our seam. And then we're going to slip the bra over top of the skirt. And I'm actually going to find quarter points of the skirt. Should have done that first. That's all right. So we just need to find the front and back quarter points, because our other quarter points will be the side seams here. And we just want to make sure that we line, so line those, match up those side seams, and then the top and bottom are going to be your quarter points for that. And then we're just going to line them up with our bra. And actually, I think I'm going to change the side seam for this, the quarter point, and I'm actually going to line those side seams up together. I just prefer that look versus it being slightly off-centered. So same thing with our back now, making sure we're not twisting the fabric around or anything like that. We need it to be nice and straight. And line up the side seams together. All right, so now we've got our bra right sides together with our top or our bottom portion. And we're just going to sew along and connect them, making sure the raw edges are all together using a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Just making sure that now that those are attached, should be able to just flip this right up. Oh my goodness, how cute is that? I'm so excited. Oh, that's adorable. I kind of don't want to put the elastic in it, but okay. We're going to follow rules, follow instructions. You got this. All right, next what we need to do is we need to hem the bottom of this skirt. So we're going to fold it up. So she recommends, or the pattern designer recommends, marking 1.5 inches and then folding your fabric up to that mark. It's the same as folding it over 3/4 inches. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my little, I call this my hem ruler. I'm sure there's a like exact name for it, but what I like to do is I just like to put it right at where my hem needs to be. So I adjust this red thing to 3/4 inch, and I lay it on my fabric and I see 3/4 inch. Perfect. So now I know that that's the length I need to hem at. And we're just going to hem it around, making sure you get as close to that raw edge as possible. If you're using a regular sewing machine, I would do the, I would do the triple strap or twin needle. I never have any luck with twin needle. So I would do the lightning stitch or triple stretch stitch if it were me. Probably sticking closer to the lightning stitch just because that's pretty close to a straight line stitch. So just folding 3/4 inch all the way around. Another thing that I recommend doing too when you're hemming is to create a memory hem. Go to your sewing machine or your iron and iron that hem in. It's going to make it so much easier to make sure you have it exactly right and that it doesn't get twisted or using hem tape. So like I've got this, I bought this, it's called Stitch Witchery Fusible Bonding Web. And I thought it was supposed to be for like hems, but then I was like, I think this is for something different, so I haven't used it. I should probably try, but I have heard great things about Wonder Tape, so that would be another good thing. I keep saying I need to grab some, but I must not be the only one because I think every time I go to the craft store, I never see it. Other words, it would like spark my, oh, I need to get that. So either it's a very popular item or my craft store just doesn't carry it. Which is a possibility. So if you ever see me at a craft store, please remind me that I need to get the Wonder Tape. All right, and then I like to just run over those hem stitches just a little bit, just to make sure they get nice and locked in, like 1/2 inch to 1 inch or 1.5 inches, kind of whatever you're feeling like. Just make sure that you're right on top of them and not too far off. All right, so now that we've hemmed it, I am going to have to go through and iron it, but that's okay. All that's left is now we have to add in our elastic, and then we're done. Yay. All right, overlap the ends of the elastic by 1 inch and pin together. Use a stretch stitch to sew the ends of the elastic together. Here's my secret with elastic. I try and do as much on my serger as I possibly can. I love my regular sewing machine. I really do. But I just love my serger. It's so easy and quick and fast. So what I do with my elastic actually is I just, so if we overlap this by 1 inch, I'm so sorry. So I'm just going to overlap it still, and then I'm just going to use my serger. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to serge it a couple of times. This is how I've done my elastic for a very long time, and I've never had any issues with it. It doesn't pull apart, and then it doesn't, like, it's not as smooth as if you would have done the other way where you overlap it, because then you just have a little bump. So there's a little bit more of a bump there, but it's not so bad, and it's not like, it doesn't bother me or the people I make it for when I use elastic this way. So kind of a preference thing. But okay, pin the elastic to the band at the seam allowance of the bra and band skirt with the elastic facing the band or skirt. Note this image shows the bra length. Right, so let's find our quarter points. Nope. Sorry. My husband's calling. Be prepared. There might be an announcement on Alexa here soon. Okay, so then we'll find our quarter points for our elastic. To do that, we're just going to take that where we attached it, and the other end of that is going to be our first quarter point, and then we'll line those. I lost it. Okay, then we'll line those up, and then the top and bottom of that are our next quarter points. This clip is just like, nope. There we go. Hopefully that'll stay put. It was like, hey, this is fun. Okay. The top and bottom of that. All right, and then let's just match those quarter points up. I'm going to put the overlapped part on a seam. Okay, just matching up the quarter points. All right, now using a stretch stitch, sew the elastic to the seam allowance, staying within the seam allowance. Note, adding the elastic is an important step. We have found that the forces of gravity are stronger than that of the knit band. The elastic helps to keep the girls in place. I stinking love that note. Oh my gosh. Calista, you've got my heart now, girl. All right. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to do it again on my serger, but I'm going to disengage the blade. I keep forgetting this is the DX and not my old serger. So I have to disengage the blade from inside here. I think that's correct. I think that's enough. Okay. So I'm just going to disengage the blade, and then I'm just going to sew it right onto the seam allowance without cutting anything off or anything like that. I love that note. know it's a good sew if you're chuckling. Okay, I'm just stretching that waist, that elastic, to make sure it's going in nice and even. My clips, of course, were acting like they were at the carnival, sliding all over the place. So it's probably not going to be super even, but all right, friends, that's it. That is our Calista. Done and done. Check. This has been on my dream sew list forever. And I'm so glad that we finally did it. Just looking at it, I can tell where some of it was stretched a little bit more than another side. But I think when it's on, it'll be nice and evened out. So we did it. We have our Calista. Woohoo! I hope that you are just as excited and happy that you did this as I am, because it is so cute. And I did the strappies. I hate straps. This was one of my, I'm going to do it. And look how cute this is. I cannot wait to wear this. All right. I definitely want to see your makes. So please, please, please head on over to our Sew Along group if you're not already part of it, and share it in there, because this is huge for me. We did a bunch of stuff that I, especially these straps, and so yay, it's done. We did it. Another Sew Along in the books. I'm loving this. This is great. This is awesome for me because it forces me to do something a little outside of my comfort zone, and I am ecstatic. So thank you so much again for joining me. Thanks for your patience with the straps, and I hope that you love your Calista as much as I love mine. Yeah, I can't wait to see your finished make. Next week, we will be working on the Green Style Creations Embrace Sports Bra. I've heard amazing things about this. I know we're doing like a bunch of bras and a bunch of leggings, and that's a lot. But I mean, I figure New Year's resolutions, we're all trying to get fit. Plus February is the, month of romance. So whether you're just wanting to feel yourself, or, wanting to look good for a special someone, it's always nice to have something that you've made that you feel confident and sexy in. So that's kind of why I wanted to do these at the beginning of the year, whether you're using them to work out in or whether you're using them to feel amazing in. That's why we're doing it. So, but after the Green Style Embrace Bra, we'll be going back to doing just kind of more garments. And I think next month I actually am doing more color block. Or it might be the month after that, which I love color blocks. So I can't wait to get into those. But okay, thank you so much for joining me this week. And I will see you next week. Bye.